In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to successfully install a roof light. Dumbest thing we've ever done.
We are Sally and Ed, and this is Tofu, our 2015 Mercedes Sprinter, which we are currently self-converting into a tiny home on wheels so that we can travel the big lap of Australia. In today's episode, we're going to be installing a roof light, which in our opinion is an absolute must in any van conversion. All right, so when we were planning our van build, one of the things we decided pretty early on that we wanted was to have a skylight installed because, hello, stars, being able to lie in bed at night and look up through our ceiling, or through our roof, through our ceiling and our roof, whatever. And to be able to look up through our roof and through our roof light at all of the amazing stars, especially when we're in the middle of Australia and there's no light pollution and the stars are just gonna be, is there anything better than lying in bed and being able to look at stars? I don't think so. If you can think of anything, comment down below. Can you think of anything better? Stargazing from your bed. Name one better thing.
Oh my god, kangaroos.
What? Oh my god, it's a big one.
It's like 20 of them.
Oh my god, look at them all, look at them all. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Have you ever seen anything more Australian? Also, quick question, do you guys call it a roof light or a skylight where you're from? Because here in Australia, I'm fairly certain we call it a skylight, but everywhere else, they seem to call it a roof light. So I'm like, is it a roof light or is it a skylight? So roof lights come in a whole bunch of different shapes and sizes to basically suit all needs for caravans and camper vans. We kind of tossed up between a few different options for our roof light, and in the end we decided to go with the Dometic Mini Heki Plus for two reasons. First reason is its size. It's cute, it's compact, and the way that it's gonna fit on our roof means that we're still gonna have enough space on either side if we wanna put a solar panel or a deck, as Edward just said. Now you can get bigger ones, which would have been kind of amazing. Can you imagine like if the whole back panel was a skylight and you're literally lying in your bed at night, you're looking up and it is just like BAM! Stars. If that's something you are interested in, the biggest size you can get for a Mercedes Sprinter is the Mini Heki Plus. But for us, we just decided smaller was better. We still get to see stars and we can fit our solar panels. I said there was two reasons, but I'm fairly certain that that's the only one. And also it's super affordable, and Dometic is one of those brands that just like tried and tested, and everyone who camps, caravans, whatever, they use it. So we knew that it was gonna be good. Should we go show you what it looks like? And then we'll tell you how to install it in 6 easy steps.
7 easy steps.
And we'll tell you how to install it in 7 easy steps.
Yeah, as you can see, we've actually done a little bit more on the build, so there's spoilers as to what's coming. But the skylight is up here. Just got this handle that you just use to pop it open. There's like almost 3 different ways that you can have the skylight open. You can just have it completely open with the natural fresh air coming in. Natural fresh air, right? And then,
as opposed to the fake fresh air.
And then it's actually also got 2 settings. So this is a bit of a shade cloth, or super important in Australia, a bit of a like a bug cloth or a mosquito fly cloth, which is really great. And then in the nighttime, when you want to completely block out the light, it's also got this blackout, which is just phenomenal because it does get bright super early here. I think it's one of the best features of the van.
So far.
So far.
Now, you've ordered your roof light, it's arrived, you've taken it out of the box, it is looking slick, it is looking fine, and now it is time to install it. 7 easy steps to installing a roof light with Sally and Ed.
The Mini Heki Plus skylights come with a variety of different roof thicknesses, so they can fit all different kinds of vehicles. So typically they're between 20 and 60 millimeters, but our van, the Mercedes Sprinters, only have a roof thickness of 2 millimeters. So what we actually needed to do was to build a frame to help us with our install. This isn't the frame that we use, but it's just an example of something that you could use. The standard cutout size for the Skylight is 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. So if you make your frame at the appropriate thickness in advance, when it comes to measuring the cutout hole size on the roof, you've actually already got a template that you can just hold up, trace around, make sure it's nice and square, and you're good to go. We've intentionally built our frame a little bit large because we weren't sure how deep we were going to do the cladding. Some people, when they do their van builds, like seem to know everything down to, you know, the nth detail. So I've seen people who already know the thickness of their roof cladding. We're not that organized. I've intentionally built this frame a little bit thick so that when we put the cladding in, I'm gonna be able to trim the frame down and then everything will still fit. When it does go up, it probably won't be going up permanently. It's just going up as a temporary fixture. Then we'll put the cladding in the roof, and then once we know the final depth, we'll be able to fix it all up after that.
So the next step is take the frame and use it to measure out and mark where you want your Skylight to go.
So after you've used your template to mark out exactly where it is that you want your Skylight, it is time to cut it out, basically. So the way we went about it was we drilled 4 pilot holes, so 1 in each corner, and that meant that when I climbed on top of the roof, I knew exactly where the Skylight was going to go. So much better than the first time. It's funny, like at this stage of the build now, I'm just like, we'll just cut a hole in the roof. But when I first did that, it scared me.
1 hole down, 3 to go. Easy, so quick and easy.
So quick and easy. Nice.
Nicely done.
So much easier the second time around, honestly. My confidence is like now through the roof. All the sort of pilot holes are drilled now. I'm gonna jump on the roof, make sure the holes are big enough, and then put the jigsaw in and cut a big hole in that roof.
Hey!
Yep.
All right.
Also, we don't really have a ladder that's big enough here, so...
How are you gonna get on the roof? Wait, what the heck?
Yeah, I know, I didn't think about it until right now. Something wrong?
You're gonna get from there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are you doing? That is a much better idea.
Thank you.
Is that the right drill?
Yep, that's good. Tape measure. Thanks. So I've just taped out on the roof and double checked the measuring for the size of our hole. I am sort of erring on the side of caution and cutting it maybe a little too tight. We'll cut it out, we'll try it, and then if I need to take off a little bit more, I will.
It's coming out. Hey!
So it is pretty nerve-wracking cutting a hole in the van. It's always nerve-wracking, whether that be a window, a vent, a max air fan, or a skylight. So it's always a little bit scary. So you do just want to make sure you're going nice and slow, step by step, and take your time.
Now you've cut the hole in the roof, the scary part is over. Now all you gotta do is prep the hole to basically install your Skylight. So what we did, we went around with a file, filed off any bits that were like just a little bit rough. Then we went around and painted all the edges with a rust-proof paint, and what that paint does is helps to treat the metal and prevent any rust, because you know what you don't want in your van? Rust. Anywhere, especially in the roof. You just don't want rust. Rust is bad.
So because the Mercedes Sprinter has these ridges, what I've done is gone through and just used this sealant tape to go through and bring the height of the roof up to the same height of the ridges, which means when we put the Skylight in, the roof is going to be all nice and flush and there's not going to be any gaps. So because the tape is double-sided, it's just sticking together, and that way I'm only using half as much tape. So I'm cutting thinner strips, but I'm using half as much tape, which is good. It's just a couple of little gaps I've got to fill, so.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it will be done.
And then we can put this up.
Yeah, well, I think then we can put the skylight in.
Yeah. All right, so now we've treated the hole. What's next?
Next thing we need to do is actually install the hatch itself. To attach the skylight to the roof, we're using Sika 252, which is like a high strength structural sealant. I did have a look. I know there's meant to be a caravan boating sealant, but I couldn't find it. But it does say on this packaging that it is fine for caravans and vans and stuff like that. Hopefully it will do the job, otherwise we're gonna have a problem.
It's gone around and laid a bead of Sika along all the outside, and that is going to help it be all nice and waterproof. Is that correct?
That's how it should work, yeah.
It should be waterproof.
Nicely done.
Looks good. Skylight is in. We are just about to screw it all in together, and then it's in. Wow, that was so quick and easy. We did that in like half a day. What you doing?
So I'm just going through and trying to tighten the screws in as even a tension as possible, so that when the two plastics grab, it creates like an even tension and one side is not pulling down tighter than the other. So the way you do that is you just kind of go diagonally and just slowly make your way around doing opposites. Don't do one side and then the other side. It's so much better for it if you just do diagonals and just make your way around and try and get it done as evenly as you possibly can. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a look at how the skylight turned out. It's pretty good. So like I said earlier, this is a Dometic Mini Heki Plus, and it's the perfect size for a van conversion. The cutout hole was 400 by 400. I'm not sure if you guys can see here, but this particular model actually has these vents. So the whole van is always ventilated. There's always a spot for the hot air to rise and to come out of. So even when the skylight is down, there is a place for the hot air to get out of. This is what it looks like on the roof. While we were installing it, we left this plastic shield on, and I'm so glad we did, because we've got a little bit of Sika and all sorts of things here on the roof already. So I didn't want to damage our beautiful new skylight. So I think we're ready to take it off. We ready to take it off?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. Yep. Woo! Nice. So that's what it looks like when it's open. I'm pretty happy with it. It was so much easier to install the Mini Heki compared to the fan.
And the lucky last and final step is to install this, the shade and blockout blinds, which really makes it look very finished. And now that we've done our roof, I know spoilers, we've put up our roof, but now that we've put up our roof and the shade cloth is in, it literally is starting to look so finished. So if you want like a quick and easy way to make part of your van look finished, just install this. Done. Finished. Oh, and it kind of just like clicks in using pins to the top, the roof hatch, to the roof light hatch that's up the top that you've screwed into the frame. It all just kind of clicks together using pins, so it's pretty easy. And now look, 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 look. I love that. I cannot wait to lie in bed and look at the stars. I know what you're thinking. Sally, shut up about stars, but have you seen the stars in the Australian outback? Alrighty friends, so that was how to install a roof light in 7 easy steps.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In case you didn't know how to count.
Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate every single one of you who do sit here and watch these videos. It does really mean the world to us. Thank you so much, and we love it even more when you say hello in the comments. So
drop us a comment down below, give us a like, share it with your friends, and guys, we'll see you in the next video to see us struggling to build a van.